Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests, Diane and Ron Farb, co-founders of the nonprofit Climb for Cancer Foundation, discuss their mission, programs, and fundraisers, and how this year they will sunset their foundation and hope to leave a lasting legacy that will continue their programs for generations to come. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I'm delighted to introduce my guests, Diane and Ron Farb, co-founders Climb for Cancer Foundation. And Ron and Diane, it's just wonderful to have you here again.
Oh, it's wonderful to be back again. Thank you for having us.
Oh, our pleasure, definitely. And we were just saying the consistency, here you are, husband, wife, devoted to each other, and the Climb for Cancer, well, that has made for, since 2003, many wonderful years of what you have done in this community and for this community. So there's always been something to talk about, and I truly value your friendship. Harvey and I both do.
Thank you. We feel the same way.
Thank you very much. And this is a special year for Climb for Cancer. But before we get into this year, take us back to the beginning of how this nonprofit evolved.
Sure. The genesis is I had friends, Dorothy and Hamilton Jordan, that started a camp for children with cancer in Georgia. And they invited me to come up and spend a week with the children. And I had, along with my best friend, a cabin of 10 7 to 9-year-old boys with cancer. And it changed my life profoundly and forever. Just being with those dear children, I would write a personal check, spend the week up there, and go every year. But I wanted to do more, and I found a crazy way of raising money through my hobby, which was climbing mountains.
I know, when I first met you, I went, Climb for Cancer. Oh, you really climb mountains?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your goal, which you have achieved over and over.
I have. I've climbed all over the world, and it's a metaphor for climbing through the obstacles
of cancer.
The disease we call cancer.
But so much more. So yes, it took me, initially when I first met you, that first show, I went, I'm telling everybody, they really climbed the mountains. You get it?
He really climbs the mountains.
Okay, Diane, well, you keep the home front burning,
yes.
the home fires burning,
yes.
And track it all. So from that beginning, that's what gave you the impetus to get going.
Exactly. And it's become, the climbing has become my vehicle for fundraising. And it's been very successful. And after a few years, I started taking people on climbs,
right.
On mountains like Kilimanjaro. So it's been an unusual formula, but
it has worked. Well, and you have other fundraisers we're going to talk about. But yes, it has, and those people that climb with you, they raise money to support the climb, and it all works together. And of course, because you have been a part of special parts of our family, you have made a difference for a family member. When you were climbing, you took up a prayer flag.
Yes.
With that family member's name, you brought it back to us, to her, you framed it. And I was just one of many that you have done things for, making it very personal.
Well, it's been an honor. Cancer is my enemy, and I'll do anything I can, including climbing shortly.
One more mountain awaits you.
Yes.
Another rise up, another trip up Mount Kilimanjaro.
My 8th time up Kilimanjaro.
Oh my gosh, 8 times, Diane? Well, but the mission behind Climb for Cancer, just to say it, because it always impresses me. Diane, you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, so we focus on patient-centered programs. We help cancer patients and their families who are getting treatment at UF Health Shands with things like gas cards, lodging, food vouchers, Uber rides, so that they can focus on getting treatment and getting well, and we provide financial assistance.
And you have found that other, nonprofits larger that are national, they're taking care of certain things, but not kind of these grassroots needs.
Exactly.
And when you live in Gainesville and you are being treated at UF Health, and we've discussed that too, it's just so much easier if you're driving a few blocks home to your house. If you don't have these other concerns, or financially you're secure to take care of that, but there you are to be that security for others that need you.
Yeah, the people who live here are very lucky to have this in their community, but the patients that UF Health sees come from all over the state of Florida, all over the Southeast, even from other countries.
Exactly. So you were there for them. And we're going to take a quick break. We have much more to discuss. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back discussing the Climb for Cancer Foundation with co-founders Ron and Diane Farb. And thanks for giving us the backstory, Ron. But as you celebrate 21 years of Climb for Cancer, you're turning another corner. Diane, can you explain a bit about that, please?
Yes, we made a difficult decision, but we are going to sunset the foundation on September 30th of this year, which is the end of our fiscal year. We've been doing it for 21 years, as you said.
Right.
And we feel like we've done a lot of good, but it's
Yes.
time to change our focus a little bit. But that doesn't mean we're not fundraising this year.
No, definitely. First, I know this was a hard decision.
Yes, it was a very difficult decision, and but we are putting our foot on the accelerator.
Yes.
For the rest of this year, and we have a lot of fundraisers planned.
You do. I know.
Yes.
We're going to talk about them. And Ron, explain a little more in the sunset year, in how you're working towards creating an endowment and keeping things going, to help us understand.
Yes, and we're actually creating 3 endowments.
Okay.
One is fully funded, the other one will be shortly, and then there'll be a 3rd endowment. One is for the scholarships that we have been providing for years now for cancer survivors going into the healthcare field.
Right.
The second one is for the John Grampole lectureship that will inform young doctors about palliative care and how important it is.
It
Dr.
is.
John Grampole was a legend here at UF.
Oh, yes. A dear friend.
And then the 3rd endowment will be the Harriet's Helping Hand, named after my sister who I lost to cancer, which will provide services like lodging and food vouchers and gas cards and Uber rides and then some of the other programs that are under the palliative care umbrella
Right.
will go into that endowment as well.
And so how is it going in terms of moving forward with that? Because of course you were wanting the community to be a part of this, as it always has been.
Yes.
But now
Yes.
it's that final push, that moment.
Exactly. So we have our endowment campaign is up and running. We're calling it One Final Climb.
Yes, I like that.
But that's in addition to our regular fundraisers.
Okay, yes, and so they're ongoing. And tell us a little more about what people will recognize. Many of our viewers have been a part of it, and they've always done exceptionally well. But one you were sharing with me earlier, March 9th. Tell me about that. What is coming up?
March 9th, we'll be having our annual Luminaria ceremony, and people can buy Luminaria bags to honor or memorialize their loved ones. And it's held at Wilmot Gardens, and when the sun sets and all the luminarias are lit, it's just the most beautiful scene. And we have a bagpiper that plays Amazing Grace, and
Wilmot Gardens is
Yes.
just a treasure.
yes,
Yes.
it raises money, but it's more of an event to honor loved ones who have battled this disease.
Well said. I look forward to being a part of that. And then of course you've got several other fundraisers. The one I can't be a part of where you climb up all the stadium stairs. Okay.
That's a fun event. We do that with a lot of the pre-health organizations at UF. We're actually going to have scouts there this year as well, Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts.
Great.
It's a relay up the stadium steps. There'd be 5-person teams, and if you win the first round, you go on to the second round, and then the third round, and the fourth round. But it raised last year about $25,000, and we hope to increase that this year.
Right. And well, I know we're going to run out of time. We have so much more to continue talking about in the next segment because there's a couple of other fundraisers no one wants to miss out on. So we're about to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back discussing the Climb for Cancer Foundation. And you still have some more fundraisers to discuss with us. Diane, tell us about a few more.
So we have another one. This will be our third year, of El Swampitan. It's put on by the Knot Climbing Gym.
Great.
And it's teams of 2 people who compete to climb the equivalent of El Capitan in a 24-hour period.
Okay, yes. Well, I just stay on the ground looking up. Yes.
Exactly. And it's been a very successful event, and so we hope to continue with that this year.
A good association that,
Exactly.
with that, a good connection.
Yes.
And then one of your most favorite ones, well attended, what is it, the Hogtown Beer Run?
Yes.
Yes, it's a 5K run. This will be, 10 years, I believe.
Oh, wow. It is a success.
It's held at Hale Plantation, and it's a fun run, and the runners get a beer at the end of the run, and we have consistently raised between $30,000 and $40,000 for that run.
That is a success.
And we'll do it on September the 20th, 10 days before we sunset the foundation.
Okay, this is going to be quite significant.
Yes, it is our last run. I should mention too that part of the run is the half-pint root beer run.
Oh,
So for
those of us for
young kids who are
not going to have a beer at the end.
Exactly, going to have a root beer at the end. Kids
Very
up to
clever.
10 years old can run this half-pint root beer run. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. Oh, and that gets the whole family,
Exactly.
involved.
Exactly.
And when you talk about, everyone coming out to do this, and it's just always good camaraderie because you've put together your Climb for Cancer. It's such a feel-good connection to this community, to UF Health and Shands. And so just talk about that for a moment because all the money stays here.
Exactly. Every dime that we raise stays in this community, goes to UF Health. We also support Ronald McDonald House.
Oh gosh, so and not only stays here, but you're very specific about where the money goes, how it is used, and well, you're both hands-on.
Yes.
Like you don't have staff, you are.
We are
The staff.
Yes.
You are in charge.
Exactly.
Yes. So if people have not donated before, this is the time to get in on it to make a difference. And talking about making a difference. Okay, so there's one more climb in Ron Farb.
Yes, on July.
Another Mount Kilimanjaro.
On July the 8th, I will take a group up Mount Kilimanjaro. It'll be my 8th climb of Mount Kilimanjaro.
Oh, gosh.
And it'll be just prior to my 80th birthday. So
Yeah.
it's
Significant.
it's going to be significant, yes. And we've had tremendous success. We've taken, to this point, 99 climbers have gone on
Didn't realize
Mount
that.
Kilimanjaro climbs with the Climb for Cancer Foundation.
I always think of Ghosh and Ali, our wonderful musicians and close friends, and all they did to fundraise to get up there. And
Yes.
yes, every time I think of a climb, I think of them.
Yes.
You know.
They worked really hard.
Yes, they did. And you also have trips that you put together that are part of it, which you will continue.
We will continue the trips. We sort of transitioned from the climbing, I
Right.
thought.
You can only climb so long,
That's
even
right.
though you're still going.
But
Yeah.
we take people on adventure vacations all over
Right.
the world. Our next trip, we're taking a group in April to New Zealand.
I saw
And
that.
then in 2026, I think
Oh.
February of 2026, we're taking a group to Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos,
Wow.
and Thailand.
Oh, I didn't even see that one on the
Yeah,
hook.
No, it's not up yet.
Oh, it's not up there.
We're still working on it.
We're still no,
Yes.
but that's you know, you have a great website, by the way,
Thank
and you
you.
make it very easy to donate, very easy to communicate, and to sign up to get your newsletter, which I've always been receiving. But we can still, it's still going to be there even after you sunset. We can still be, in some ways, apart. But we need to do it now.
Yes.
Yes, we need to get on board, and we're going to take another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back discussing the Climb for Cancer Foundation. Diane and Ron, over these many 21 years, you have developed so many relationships, so many friendships, so many connections. You must have many stories.
So one we can think of is with the B. Diane Farb Scholarship for
Yes.
cancer survivors who want to enter the healthcare field. We have so many great stories, but two that stand out. One is there is a physician's assistant who is in oncology at UF Health. She was one of our recipients, and she's doing well. She survived her
Great.
cancer, and she's working with cancer patients at UF Health.
The full circle.
The full circle.
And we
And
also
more.
gave a scholarship to a young lady 3 years in a row. And she got her PharmD and is now the PharmD in pediatric oncology at UF Health. So it's wonderful to see
Exceptional.
her so healthy and working in the field of her dreams. And we gave her the leg up to get to that.
I mean, I know it just makes your heart feel so good, so happy.
Absolutely.
And I mean, first of all, just to get through cancer and the treatment and all, and you've always kept in your vision how, well, sometimes you have said, Ron and Diane, to look forward to one day a world where, if not without cancer, it's considered treatable.
Yes. And we
And-
are making strides.
Yes.
But there's still a lot to be done.
Right? But with your Climb for Cancer, you help people move forward with prevention, with detection, prevention, and just the care that it takes to heal.
Yes.
Yes.
And so in these 21 years, that you just must have some tender feelings for this community, and they for you.
It's we've met so many people through our foundation, and it's just been invaluable to us. And we can't thank our donors, our board members, our volunteers, this community for embracing us and supporting us over these 21 years.
And you know, Eileen, we feel like we're the lucky ones because this has given our life purpose and meaning.
Yes.
And will be our legacy.
Definitely. And you've worked so hard to make it so. But tell us one more time, so how can the community come forward in this sunset year as you sunset Climb for Cancer? how can we make the most difference? We can attend your fundraisers that we've
Definitely,
talked
yes.
about, but we can go to the website, we can donate. Elaborate on that.
So you can donate to the endowment campaign, the
Yes.
One Final Climb endowment campaign. About June, we'll have the Mount Kilimanjaro fundraiser up, so
Okay.
you can donate to that fundraiser, or you can pick a program. You can pick Harriet's Helping Hand and specifically donate to that program as well.
Okay, and that actually is very well explained on your website. But I know that from day one of meeting you and all the shows we've been fortunate enough to put together on the Ilene Silverman Show, you have always impressed me. Because you're grassroots. You started with Ron's idea and his feelings to make a difference, and you have built this enormous foundation, not in terms of upper structure, enormous that you're still carrying, but enormous in what you have contributed. And so speak for this, the last few minutes here about this legacy and what it will mean, that these programs will continue.
Yeah, we are so excited to have created these endowments so that the work that we've done will live on in perpetuity. And we encourage people to be a part of that legacy, to give to the endowment fund so that cancer patients can get support long after the Climb for Cancer Foundation has sunset.
Well, but you won't ever truly sunset, because these programs will continue with your help, with everyone's help, and they will continue to help other people. And then, Ron, maybe that vision of the world with, where cancer is considered much more treatable, we're moving towards it now, so you've just made tremendous difference. Our whole community values you, Ron and Diane Farb.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for our opportunity to be a part in this way of the Climb for Cancer.
Thank you.
Very much appreciated.
Thank you, Ellie.
And I'm so glad that you tuned in, and I hope you will become a part of the Climb for Cancer Foundation during their sunset year. I hope you'll tune in next week. Take care.